Hello, this is a 100% beginner's video on web application security vulnerability assessment. It's a long sentence, I know, but I want to do this in Paint because I don't believe that it's going to make it easy for you to understand if I pull up a bunch of terminals and talk about this and that. So let me just be 100% clear that let's assume this is you right here and you have your own computer. You're really happy, it's a good day, you have a large share this video. So what you're gonna do is, you know that there's a server over here and it got some sort of IP address. Now let's just, for the simplicity's sake, this is 10.10.10.10. And what you know about this server is that there is some sort of web page. So you know that it got web interface. So let's just write web. And you know that obviously that when you have web server, there's a big chance there is a database server as well. Whether if it's installed in this server or not, we don't really know, but you can only contemplate about it. So let's just assume it is for now. What you don't know is kind of what web server it is. And that could be Apache, it could be Tomcat, Nginx, you know, it could be some internet information service, Microsoft service. So these kind of services is something you need to enumerate. So what you're gonna find out now is that you will have to send a lot of traffic to the server and get a lot of responses back. You will try and find out as much as you can about this machine by running some typical scan. Normally the very first thing you do is do some manual, you know, organic traffic, you know, verification of the web page. Let's assume we're doing that right now. You're doing it the web page, using some sales stuff, portal, you see your working process maybe, you probably think, is there a login page that I can, you know, try and log into? Is there some sort of mechanisms that I can interact with the server in some way? Think of mechanisms in the server like login functionality and password resets and insert stuff and upload stuff as handles you can pull and push and turn around and make the server react or react to you. That is what you want to find on a web page. Now, while you enumerated that, you also can try and access robots.txt, so maybe that is not a bad idea. The file itself contains information about what is not interested for search machines to, well, what the server wants the search machines to ignore. That could be a certain path, let's say /login or whatever it is. So it could lead to something. What you're going to do after that is probably run your typical nmap scan to try and enumerate like ports, services, and so on. When you've done that, you most likely want to try and find out if the server. So let's assume now that we have HTTP going on. So this is the one, 10.10.10.10 / and then you have something like VP page, which is the name for the WordPress installation you're looking at. And now you see like this. So now I want to enumerate further. Now what is beyond here? What kind of folder can you find? So it could be a long /something /something /something. We don't really know. In order to verify these kind of paths, you know, you can run a scan called GoBuster, for example. GoBuster can also scan for pages, but it can also scan for directories. So directories and pages. Already now you are pretty far. You could go ahead and run a Nikto scan, which is a web vulnerability scanner that will scan the actual web server. By now you should know a lot about the machine, what it is, which kind of versions it's running of software, which ports are open, and what services is running on those ports. At the same time, you should also have a really good grasp of what kind of web page this is. Does it offer any sort of functionality right at the moment, and what version is it? The version in many cases do tell you if there's a slight possibility of an exploit, and that is something you can go and search for. But in this video we're just gonna focus on the actual methodologies and what it is to do a vulnerability assessment on a web page. What you could do further now is to go ahead and look on the internet, some open source information or intelligence search, OSINT that's called, and go ahead and search GitHub repositories and other Google Docs commands and so on. So it could be GitHub, or Google Docs. I think this is the way you spell it. And you can also go ahead and use something called Shodan, which is an IoT searching machine, but I don't think in this particular case it would do anything good for you, because you already scanned with Nmap all the different ports and services and so on. Now, from now, with all of this, let me just create 2 lines. All this should result down to some sort of exploit. Is there any exploit here going on or not? This is the thing you need to verify. So the exploit itself could be that this web page got a module that you can brute force your way to it, so you can actually get access to it and upload a file, and while uploading that file you can get a reverse shell or command execution or code execution or whatever execution that is interesting for you. It could be a service installed on the machine. It could be a bad SSH service that could be on a bad version that maybe allow you to enumerate users, and by that you can brute force your way through if there's weak passwords. That is one of the biggest issues in most occasions, is weak passwords, because the service itself in most occasions is not vulnerable. It is in most occasions a weak password that is the case. Now, that is not the case for software. No, SSH is also software, but when I'm saying software, I'm meaning like the CMS system. So all of this you have here on the line here behind the green bar, all of this is basically just the server you're scanning, and whatever is inside this server is something you're gonna enumerate your way to and basically find out if you can exploit it or not. This was a really fast basic introduction to how you should basically think when you have this server and you're this guy here, and you can run different kind of tools and stuff to find out more information about the server. Now, if you wish to become really good at pen testing, I highly suggest you go ahead and look on TryHackMe. You can watch my other videos on YouTube. I have a lot of them on TryHackMe videos. I have a lot about cybersecurity, and you can learn a lot from my videos. Also, other people on YouTube do the same thing as I'm doing. But you know, we all have our own preferences, and sometimes I explain something that the other one did not, or the reverse. So watch more than one author, don't stick to only me. Try and watch several different authors of cybersecurity in order to get a bigger picture. So I really hope you liked this video and that you learned something. Please bear in mind, this is a complete beginner to web pen testing, and that's about it for now. So hope to see you again, and have a really nice day.